What's up, everyone? Dominic. Um, it's a little different, something I'm not used to doing, but I figured it's a new year, January 1st, 2014, by the way, and I wanted to do a vlog. And I've always been interested in doing stuff like this, but I've never actually gone through with it. I don't know why, maybe just kind of camera shy. Usually I'm the one behind the camera, whether it be taking pictures or doing the videos, so you really don't see me very often on the camera. So I figured for the new year, I want to be in front of the camera for once and not behind it. So anyway, the reason why I'm doing this, again, it's a vlog, and in case people don't know what it is, a vlog, it is a video log. So blog, you just type blah blah blah. Well, this is a video log. So face to face, get to talk with you people, get to see me, partially my room, which is just a blue background. You don't want to see the rest of it. It looks like shit right now. But I figure, a vlog, I want to start doing these maybe a couple of every other day, maybe once a week. I want to see, just something different, But I figure, for the people who really don't know me all that well, I figure I'd give you a little background. I was born in Japan. A lot of people don't know that. Military base, Yokosuka or Yokosuka, Japan is how they say it. Even though on Facebook I tried to put it in and it has like Yokosuka and some Kawanabe, some shit, like they add like two other places. So just to confirm, that's, it's Yokosuka. So March 16th, 1986. So this year I'll be 28. Currently I am living with my parents in Marietta. So that's been for about a year, and the reason why is because I ended up losing my job 2 years ago when I was working at the San Onofre power plant. And I wasn't expecting it. They told us that if you don't take this test and pass it, then you're going to be losing your job in a month. And it was basically kind of like an ASVAB, and it might sound stupid, and people are thinking, well, that sounds easy. And what the whole thing was is we were losing our contract with Bartlett and moving on to Edison, the main company there at the power plant. And we do tests every year anyway because we're supposed to pass these tests, and if you fail those tests, then you actually lose your job. And this was our second transition to another company. First one was Freeman, then Bartlett, and now it was going to be Edison. Well, out of the 14 people that we had in our group, fire protection specialists, Firewatch, 2 of us passed, and the rest of us ended up losing our jobs. So that forced me and everybody else, to lose all their shit. Well, not lose their shit. Lose their jobs, be unemployed. A lot of people were kind of happy for the unemployment because we actually did get the full amount, which was I think like $420 a week or something like that. I don't know. It was a decent amount. It was still a decent amount of money, and I ended up taking advantage of that for a good 6-7 months, and then I finally started looking into work. And for what I wanted to do as far as warehouse work or anything relevant to that job, there was nothing around. So because I kind of took my time and lived off the unemployment, my cash kind of started shrinking, because I tended to go out a lot when I shouldn't have. I should have thought smart and saved my money. But the only job that ended up contacting me, well, not even contacting me, I did an application online, and by the time I was done, it said, well, when would you like to come in and do an interview? And so I did the interview at Kmart, by the way. I'm currently at Kmart. And within that day, I talked to the HR lady, and I did talk to the store manager, and within that day, I was hired. So I've been working there. I've been working there for about a year, since last October, and it's a great job for maybe like high school kids, who are just getting out. But for someone from being my age, the physical work is great, lifting and all that, but I would prefer something obviously more in the double digits. I have a car that was not cheap, and I bought it 2 years into working at the power plant, not knowing that I would have had to do something like that in order to, lose my job. That I was possibly going to lose my job because of some stupid random test. So I'm currently working there. Let's see, what else? What else can we talk about? Things I like to do. Big video game guy, Xbox 360. Hopefully soon within these next few weeks, get an Xbox One. The one game that I'm really looking forward to is Battlefield 4. It is fucking amazing. Blows Call of Duty out of the water. I mean, you got 64 people in one game. You've got tanks, you've got buildings and just structures that fucking collapse. It is insane. Is one of the best games. If they for some reason say Call of Duty beats out Battlefield 4, they're just fucking idiots, because like I said, for all the fanboys and everything, they'll be like, oh no, but you get a pooch and and all this other no, fuck that. So gaming is a big thing for me. I have all these Xbox 360 games here on the wall that I play constantly. I have a PlayStation 3, but I mainly use it for Blu-ray. I have maybe a handful of games, if that, and the rest of it's for Blu-ray. I like to run. I was a runner back in high school. Did cross country and track, and then I also did. I played. I guess you could say I played soccer for the high school. I mainly played bench because everyone from the Breakers, they actually got to play and be on the team, and I played a couple times, but that was 5 minutes and then they took me out. But I was well known on base though. I played for base. And a few people on Facebook here know that, me and my brother Nick were one of the many siblings, brothers and sisters and shit like that were dominant on base. We were nonstop, but not just me and my brother, but there was other brothers and sisters who were also really good and we all knew each other very well. We grew up together. I started playing there on Camp Pendleton since I was 6 and played all the way till I was 18. So a lot of the kids that I played with, we grew up together knowing each other really well, basically by just playing soccer. So it was a great experience. It's probably the best thing. I still have all my trophies, everything. I remember my very last game. It was like a dream come true, basically. Because usually we played in the mornings, and bright and early in the morning. But for some reason, the last game that we played, it was at night. It was still in Main Side, but it was on the football field. So the field seemed a little bit bigger, and the lights, they had the stadium lights and everything. It's pretty cool. And it was just being in an actual soccer game where you had everyone in the stands and shit like that. And we ended up winning. We actually ended up winning. I think it was 3-1 or 3-0. And I think I had made 2 of the goals, and I don't know if my brother had made one or somebody else ended up making one. But regardless, it was just the best way to end with me ending my soccer there at Camp Pendleton. So running, I started actually doing in high school, other than the fact that I was already running because of soccer, but I figured, give cross country a chance. I ended up doing varsity my freshman year and varsity up all the way till my senior year. And then I did track for basically the long distance stuff. And then recently, last year, around maybe March, around my birthday of last year, I started lifting. Kind of fluctuated. I was at one point I was at 160. Now I'm at 150. So it's I'm losing fat but gaining muscle, but it's not really balancing out well. I think I'm only 5 pounds more than I was when I was in my high school weight. But again, I'm bulking up, so at least it's showing, and people have noticed it too. My arms are a little bit bigger, stuff like that. Let's see. What else? I got it all written down here. Future plans. What do I want to do? I want to, obviously get out of my parents' house. Like I said, almost being 28, you don't want to live with your parents your whole life. So I want to do that. I want to get out, get my own place, because I had my shit together. It was, it was the greatest thing, not having to, sneak into the house or, worrying about waking anybody up, and just, just being you and doing what you want in your own place. Not saying like doing like illegal drugs or some shit like that, but just it's saying that all the stuff in that is your area, that you own this area, whether it be an apartment, or a house. Just the fact that you've accomplished to get that far in your life, not that it's a big goal, but for some they actually see it as a big goal. But I want to do that. And I've been saying this for years. I possibly want to go back to school, go to college. I did a semester over here at Mount San Jacinto. I was trying to go for my multimedia degree, and I did it for a year, and then I just stopped going. But I actually am really into photography. Like I said, I'm always taking pictures of people. So for all you people who have great pictures because of me, thank you, or you're welcome. And like I said, I'm always behind the camera, and once in a while I like to be in front of the camera, but again, when people take pictures of me, it comes out looking like shit. So, but either photography, multimedia, which is basically, video editing and stuff like that, making special effects, possibly Photoshop. I messed with it a while, like back in high school, I messed with that as well. Trying to think what else. What else did I put? Or since I've been training recently, just myself, be a fitness trainer. And some people might laugh because a lot of people know the way I eat, which I've actually cut back down on. A lot of times I'd eat Jack in the Box, McDonald's, like on a daily. Like it was, bad, but it helped me gain weight. And everyone's saying like, oh, well, your insides are all shitty and everything else. But I mean, I could still run no problem for someone who's compared to someone who's been like training for like 3 months, and give me like maybe 2 weeks and I could probably run way better than them. And that is a fact, like no doubt. I have that in me, and people still are confused of how that's possible, but again, I think it's because I've been running all my life and it's something my body is used to. It just hasn't done it in a while. Once it actually gets back on track, I mean, my body can, run with no problem. So I actually want to get back into running, like I said, other than the lifting, because I used to do the Carlsbad 5000s back in high school, and I did one, not last year, but the year before, and I didn't do all that well. I think I hit like 30 minutes, and back in high school I was doing like 16s, and that was everyday training and stuff like that, and I want to get back into that too. So, and I know I can get back, regardless of my age, I know my body can get down back to 16 minutes. So, let's see. Shit. What else? But, like I said, I wanted this year to be really different. I've always said, like, I've always wanted to go to school or do something like that, but I really do want to pursue something, and not just because it's the new year. I shouldn't use that as an excuse, like, oh, it's a new year, now I, should, jump on it. Don't ever use that as an excuse. Like, for all the people who, have their New Year's resolution to finally work out, and a lot of people, what they do is they have that resolution and then they end up going 3 months and then they stop. I know, because I've done it plenty of times, but luckily for me, I've just dug down deep and said, well, you sitting here is not going to get you anywhere, and you're just going to bitch and moan later on, and you're just going to be complaining and going nowhere. So, and use that for anything, whether you want to get this job, a certain job, whether you want to travel somewhere, you have to basically work your ass off for what you want to do. I mean, it's as old as time, you know, work hard, play later, work now, play later kind of thing. And that's what I need to do. I realize that, you know, me working at Kmart, it's not going to get me anywhere. I mean, I could possibly get a manager position, but it's not something I really want to do. The only reason why I have that job is because I like doing the physical work, the lifting and stuff like that, but it's not something I'd see myself being happy with. And I really need to change that. So I'm looking into really stepping it up, you know, within this next month, doing job searches, maybe looking into school and see where I can, you know, seeing what degree I would want, whether it be photography, multimedia, like I said, fitness trainer. I really, again, want to do something different with my life, and I've noticed because of being here at Kmart, yeah, it's great with working with the people, but, you know, those people aren't going to get you to where you want to go, you know. They could be a great support, yes, but because I've had people tell, you know, I've told people that I even possibly want to do like a security guard, you know, and get a guard card and get certified for that. And they tell me, you know, well, yeah, you may have to dish out some money, but it's probably going to be worth it in the end. And I mean, I've had my parents tell me that. I've had friends, close friends tell me. I've had a lot of people tell me. And I don't know why I didn't do it, you know, and I think I need to step it up this year and just step it up in general and do that. I need to get my life back on track how it was when I was working at the power plant. I had my own apartment, you know, I mean, I still have my car that I bought, you know, 2 years ago, or when I was working there after 2 years. Still have that, but it's getting to the point where money is becoming an issue to where I'm living like from paycheck to paycheck, and I mean a lot of us are, but you know, I'm not used to it. I've always wanted to do things where I had enough money to be set. Before I even moved out of my apartment, I worked at the power plant I think for a year straight before I even moved out of my parents' house to move to Oceanside, and I saved up about 10 grand. So I had enough to put the down payment, and you know, in case anything ever happened to the car I was driving at that time, anything had happened to that, you know, just backup money. And from that point on, I mean, everything was great. Those 4 years that I was working at the power plant, I had money, you know, I was able to buy things, pay them off full. Like if it was like $800, I was able to pay it off, you know, within a month or two. So, and that's, you know, no stress was there whatsoever. And like I said, living from not paycheck to paycheck yet, but again, it's getting to that point. You know, I don't want to do that. I want to better myself. I want to not be stressed, because I think that is a big stress factor. I mean, everyone's going through it. So working long hours, you know, people who have their kids, you know, don't get to see their kids because they're doing what they can to better their future for their kids, you know, not for themselves, but mainly for their kids. And kudos to all you who, you know, especially the single parents out there. I mean, you guys, some of you even working like 2 or 3 jobs to, you know, support them, and that is fucking ballsy. So, anyways, with that said, this video is probably like really fucking long, and I only wanted it to be like 10-15 minutes. Let's see. 19. Not too bad. Anyways, if you stay through and watch this, you know, for the whole amount of time, thank you. Like I said, it's something different. You guys get to see me, like, other than pictures and stuff like that. You get to see, you know, me personally, how I sound. A lot of you probably forgot. But like I said, I want to do vlogs every so often. Kind of seems cool, you know. I've always liked recording. I mean, I even have a YouTube channel where I record my video gameplay for that. So if anyone's into gaming, I'm probably gonna start that back up again. It's how you would spell it. It's ITS Dr. Dr. Jinx, JYNX, not JINX. You know, so a lot of people think, you know, obviously it is the Pokemon, if anyone knows Pokemon. But if you're into video game plays and shit like that, you know, and you know, if you're just a video game nerd, you know, go ahead and watch that. Check it out if you're ever bored, other than all the other stupid shit that's on YouTube. But again, you know, thanks for watching this. Want to do something different. I'll try to do these maybe every week, you know, kind of just give you an update of, you know, what's been going on in my life, you know. So again, something different for the new year, 2014. And again, I put this on Facebook. I completely forgot what it was though. Quote myself. So again, it's a new year. Whether it be a resolution or a goal, you know, stick to it, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, because the only person who is gonna be able to stop you is yourself. So keep that in mind, you know, like I said, and I think that's been the problem. I've been stopping myself. I've been so negative and thinking that I can do things, but you're never going to know until you actually try. And I've never tried, and I just always thought, it's like, well, why even bother trying if I'm probably going to, you know, fail anyway. But it's better to try it and fail to know that you're, you know, that you're not good at that. And if you do fail at that, you know, for something you thought you were going to be good at, then that's just telling you that there's something better out there for you. And for people who are trying to get jobs, and you know, they apply for this job and they're all excited about it, and you get denied, and you know, there's something better out there for you. Whether it be going to college, you want to go to a certain college and they deny you, there's probably a better college out there for you, you know. In other words, just don't give up, you know, just keep doing what you do. If something doesn't work out one way, there's always another road to go up, right? So again, thanks for watching this. I know I've said it like fucking 50 times. Thanks for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.